Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we are watching The Vampire Diaries. This is episode 14 of season 7. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the series so far. The first 6 seasons have been uploaded, as well as the first 13 episodes of this one. Flying, literally. Can't believe it, we're getting so close to the end. But last episode, it was interesting. We finally got the reveal, or we've seen her in the present coming after everybody, the huntress. I think she is called Rayna. And she's got a little resemblance of Elena, which is interesting. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but it is interesting. She was first introduced in a backstory. It was in like 1846 or something, so it was way back. And her dad was one of the 5. Obviously, he was going around trying to slay the vampires, free the world of them, etc. And he ended up pretty much getting attacked, and he was just about to get killed off one of the vampires. And she come running over, I shouted, "Stop!" You know. He's one of the 5. You do know what happens when you kill one of the 5. You know, you're going to be tortured and haunted and hallucinate and see everyone and go crazy. And you know what? That vampire was Julian. That is fascinating. He turned around, he said to her, compelled her, said, "Look, love, unlucky for you, but I'm not going to kill him now. You are. You know, go over there and kill him." And she did, mate. Obviously, she can't control herself. She walked over, sword, kaboom, stabbed him. Well, she went on a hunt to try and avenge her father's death, which is, you know, fine, totally fine. She went to like this, I don't even know who they was actually, but she went to this little clan. They sat down, they done some magic, they blessed her, they all killed themselves, they put their spirit, their life inside of her, and this is how she become the huntress. So that was her backstory, very interesting. And then obviously further on in the episode, we still got more back clips. She was searching for him, you know, she was on the hunt for Julian. She found him in London, she went after him, she first stabbed Beau, then she chased after Julian, she launched a sword, stabbed him. I think that was the first time, obviously, he went into the stone, and that is probably how he was in there until he got resurrected in the present when Lily and everybody done it. So that's fascinating. Obviously, he's been out for that long, if that is the case. And yeah, she seems like a badass, to be honest. I would like to know if she's got some extra powers or something, or whether it's just a sword and a good bit of strength that she's got. Because there was a few times, you know, where I felt like the vampires could have overcome her and killed her, but they actually didn't. You know, Julian was that close where he stabbed her, but he didn't take her heart out, you know what I mean? So, does something happen if you kill her? Do you get some repercussions like you do with killing the hunters? So that's fascinating. We also got Caroline. She had her babies, which was good, successfully as well. They was draining her of her blood. You know, they went to do is it a cesarean? Is that what they call it? C-section? And pretty much they rejected it. They wanted to stay inside the womb because he was loving siphoning all the power from Caroline. He was loving being attached to her and taking away all the strength. Now, Valerie come in, she helped him. She was doing like some sort of spells and that, making sure she was okay. And long story short, you know, she ended up having 2 beautiful little babies, 2 girls, one called Josephine and one called Elizabeth. I really like it, you know, one for Caroline's mum and one for Joe. They are cute names. I really do like that. And obviously, while all this was going on, the huntress was inside the hospital. She was trying to hunt everybody down, and she ended up having a fight with Damon. You know, he was trying to stop her from going in there. Obviously, Caroline was having a baby. He didn't want anything to happen to her. He got there. He was trying to have a fight with her. Stefan jumped in the way. You know, she was about to stab Damon. Stefan jumped in the way. Boom, got stabbed. He's now marked by the huntress. And you know what they say, you know, once you're marked, they're never going to stop coming after you. And that is why I presume that we are in the present day, where obviously Damon's tied up to a chair, and they've lured Stefan in. They used Caroline as well. They lured Stefan in. Max vervained him, left him on the floor, and I'm assuming this is the huntress's way of getting Stefan. She's determined to get him. She's marked him. She's determined to kill him. But that was like 2 episodes ago. I've been teasing it for a few episodes now. We've seen Stefan get his cut open like 5-6 episodes ago. So hopefully in this episode it's addressed, and we could probably start in the TV studio with Damon tied up, with Stefan unconscious, with the huntress, with Rayna, whatever you want to call her, and let's go from there. But just obviously before she went into the hospital again, she actually killed Beau. She, you know, what was it? Nora, Mary Lou, and Beau, they was fleeing because obviously when the huntress is around, the boom, your cut starts bleeding. That means they marked again. They're coming after you. And she got him. She stabbed him from behind. He dropped to the floor. Mary Lou and Nora fled. She smashed into the ambulance. The petrol's pouring on the floor. She scraped her sword across the floor, lit the flames, set him on fire. I thought it was great, honestly. And the only reason why she's got that sword is because Enzo lured her out. He basically said to Damon, you know, are you going to tell everybody that he killed Elena, or do you want to go and get me that sword, mate? And the reason why he was doing that is obviously he was forced to do it from the huntress. We've seen at the start of the episode, she broke out, tied him up. He had no choice, really. But he ended up saying to Damon later on in the episode, look, you think that I'm going against you. I'm not. I had to do what I had to do to stay alive. But the interesting thing is, yeah, Elena's not dead. So don't kill me. Elena's not dead. You think that you killed her, but you didn't. You know, you was hallucinating. Your mind wasn't sane. Me and Tyler come up with a plan, take you to another place where there was an empty coffin. Do what you got to do. Obviously, you burned it. Luckily, it wasn't Elena. I've got some friends. We've got her saved. She's stored in New York, I think he said. And if you want, we can go and get her. We can go and see her. So that is a good twist, honestly. He ended up ringing Stefan, says she's not dead, Stefan, mate. She's not dead. He's like, get in there, mate. And then, obviously, we've seen Caroline driving in the present. This is how we ended that. So driving in the present with the two babies in the back. She's speaking to Alaric. She's like, where's Stefan? He was like, don't mind about Stefan. Where are you? She's like, I'm on my way to New Orleans to see a friend. And then that's how we finish. So hopefully she's going to go and see Klaus. Can't wait. Really exciting. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please smash a like. Really helps out the channel. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, let's jump into today's episode.
Klaus Michelson?
Honey, I hate to say this, but you've wasted a trip.
Hey, my name's Caroline Forbes. He'll know me.
I don't care who you are. Klaus Michelson is gone. I mean, nobody's seen or heard from that man in 3 years.
You're about to come upon Highway 27, take it north. Eventually, you connect with the I-20 and want to take that west.
Just pulled over at a quick stop in the middle of nowhere.
Tell me you're joking.
My cell phone's almost dead. I need a charger.
Oh, come on, mate. It's interesting. I have got to say though, I am consistent with what I say is, do you know what? I'm not a big fan of people hating people just because they hate them. Do you know what I mean? So she's been like, obviously, like, vampires killed her dad and she wanted to become one of these huntresses, and she's like, okay, I hate every single one now. Every single one in the whole entire earth. I hate all of you, so I'm going to kill every one of you. But that was the same with some other things that happened in the show as well. I think it was like, yeah, the council and stuff. I was like, what? Just because your family hated him don't mean that you have to. Do you know what I mean? Like, but I'm not going to slag her off. Obviously, she's a huntress. That's the thing that she does. She comes around and kills him. But it does, like, I don't know. The fact that she's just chasing everyone, that I would like, if they laid it out, they give me a bit of story. Right, I'm going after Stefan because he's done this, this, and this, and this, and this. I'm like, okay, fair enough, decent. You know what I mean? But if it's just like coming after you because you got in the way and I stabbed you and I marked you and that's it, now determined to kill you, it's like, that's not great, is it? I would love like the Julian one made total sense.
Valerie said she just lost cell reception with Stefan.
Ruining his life wasn't enough for me to worry about. Now I get to wonder when you and Valerie exchange numbers.
Home to a society of supernatural artifact collectors. Keep them under lock and key so they don't fall into the wrong hands.
And for 3 easy payments of $19.99, we too How about we just cut to the part where they can save my brother?
Ever since that annoying Phoenix Stone turned up at Mystic Falls, she's been the top priority. When the Armory kidnapped me 4 months ago, it wasn't to torture me. A woman named Alex made me an offer.
Figured you'd want to know who your family was.
Oh.
And all.
Needless to say, I've been working with the Armory ever since. We spring the trap, and the Armory keeps her under lock and key.
It was a good offer. It was good, actually.
Okay.
That was a good offer. I actually did enjoy that. He didn't even, like, beat around the bush or anything. Just said how it is. To be honest, I couldn't see any weaknesses. I thought it was decent. What I actually like is as well is I always said, where did Enzo go after Matt took him? Like, literally. And we got the answer. Fair play. At least it's got, like, a bit of consistency. Letting us know what was going on.
I'm moving to Dallas, and I'm leaving today. After I saw their little faces yesterday, everything changed.
About that psycho huntress, because you can rest assured she is very far away from here.
It's about Joe, and the promise I made to her to leave town after we got married, and we know how that turned out.
Well, do you know how hard it is to travel with one newborn, let alone two?
Which is why I've hired a nurse to come with me. Do you have a better idea?
Caroline, man. Yeah.
I can
True
either
story.
sit here alone, freaking out that my boyfriend is somewhere in this country, or I can be useful.
Welcome to New
Oh, here we go.
Old friend. Stefan Salvatore in the Crescent City. This ought to be very good.
How are Elijah?
Oh, you know, the Michelsons. Never a dull moment.
Of all the gin joints, you pick ours. 4 walls and vulnerable to the magic of those
Pesky locator spell.
Damon's looking for me and I don't want to be found.
This is an old friend. Please keep his cup brimming.
How is Caroline?
Sylvia, I think we're gonna need another round.
I think they need to eat. Are you hungry?
No. Yes, we should stop.
Caroline, let me call you back. Tell me you at least appreciate the irony. I need your help because there's no sheriff's department. The reason there's no sheriff's department is because you killed all the sheriffs.
And I am here because I am desperate to keep Stefan alive.
I do need to say, yeah, I have clocked that Caroline was in the future and Stefan is in the present when they go into Klaus. You know, at first I was like, she's just been there, and then I realised, obviously, she was with the older kids when she went there, and then when she was speaking on the phone when Stefan was there, she was with the younger ones.
Once again, the two of us have to worry about a psychotic huntress who will kill any vampire in her sight.
Starting over, together, away from all this. It's a ring.
I used to love
Made
them.
from candy. It's not even a diamond, but what it is good enough. So desperate to embrace the modern world. Bag him up and let's go home.
I have a way to take down Rayna, but it requires him to come to me.
Well, that might take a while.
Just tell him to pack it up, huff it back to Virginia to a pile of bricks called the Armory.
Did you just say the Armory? They once tricked us into using Beau as bait in exactly the same fashion they'll use Stefan. Best way you can help Stefan is to keep your mouth shut and stop making things worse.
Twist, mate.
So this faceless so-called Armory claims to know where you come from?
I was sent to a workhouse at the age of 4. At 14, I was out on the streets. By 27, I was dead. Relationships, family, these are things I know nothing about.
You tricked me into saving your ass, which resulted in Rayna getting this stupid sword. Thanks.
Do you not think they always use Enzo as bait? As in, like, he's always the bad guy. Everyone always promises him, like, stuff. Like, yeah, and he jumps on it. He just wants to be part of, like, a group. I feel like he don't even know who Enzo is, and he's always trying to search for it. But all the time, it's people telling him they'll give him things, you know, they'll promise stuff, and then it never comes out, and then he always comes out looking like an arsehole, because he's always going against everyone that kind of tolerates him. I love how he's just got off like that.
Found him where you left him. Now, it turns out Tyler made contact with the Armory during his hunter sojourns. Here we all are.
In a cell.
We're simply keeping him alive until his werewolf transformation stirs him awake and heals him up.
Oh, did I forget to mention that tonight's a full moon?
You know I'm a sucker for the front row.
See how long that lasts.
I want to see Tyler turn. I've
Damon
not seen
put
it in a
Tyler
while.
coma.
You knock me out, then offer me ice. What's wrong with you?
Humanity Project. The man who spins your moral compass in a tizzy.
Vesmatos. Osix.
Iron Jags used one of the Armory's toys.
You're a
No.
magical timeout.
It's interesting this. I feel like we're so advanced now with the technology.
What the hell is going on?
You're about to get your sweet revenge on me.
Okay, look, I'm gonna take Elizabeth for a little walk. You mind watching Josie?
Why are you crying? You have a fresh diaper and a full belly.
Those aren't gonna stop.
Do you know what they sound like? One of them plants from Harry Potter when they pull them out.
Because up until yesterday, I thought Elena was dead. Turns out she's not. You'd kill me because you have no one else to be accountable to?
Is that I don't need that attitude.
The sun comes up.
Oh, Charlie.
When did you become this person?
Well, as opposed to the other person you were so fond of.
And you want your family. A family who dropped you at a workhouse.
When I told you Damon was in trouble,
How he hurt Tyler?
your first instinct was to help him. That's what I want.
Not a good time.
Feelings mutual, brother. Chance I'm gonna have to tango with a werewolf tonight and suck a lot less if I knew there was an antidote en route.
I'll see what I can do.
Sounds like you've been having quite a lot of fun. She plans to turn those cooing little faces over to Alaric without so much as a hiccup of hesitation. Does sound like the Caroline I remember.
Did it?
Like I said, family drama. Is there any chance you'd be willing to spare some blood, just in case things go south?
Tell me you have not been careless enough to make an enemy of Rayna CRUZ.
She will pursue you until your paranoia and despair far outweigh your desire to live.
Tell me what to do, Klaus.
Do not draw a huntress to a town full of vampires.
And you do not dare ask me favors ever again. Is that clear, old friend?
Get out.
If she'll kill me.
And if you stay, I will.
Get out!
Oh, love.
How am I talking to you right now? Where is Stefan? These babies aren't mine. They're Rick's.
That's been made abundantly clear to me by your boyfriend.
Stefan will be fine.
How do you know?
I will ensure it. My family challenges the bounds of my sanity, drive me to do unspeakable things. All the while, my family is what makes me truly happy. It's not a crime to love what you cannot explain.
Oh my God, she's finally sleeping.
Goodbye, Caroline.
Do you know when he fucking won through that cap at graduation? He might have been your first love, I intend to be the last. I actually really want that, but I can't see it happening now. I just can't. There's too many things that have fell into place in it. You know, what's going on with the originals, what's going on here. You know, she's with Stefan now. She's with Alaric in the future. There's only one season left. I can't see it going from Stefan, Alaric, and finishing off with Klaus. It would be a bit, not random, because, I don't know, because before she got with Stefan, she wasn't with Stefan. It wasn't a possibility, so we didn't even consider it. We might have hoped, like, oh, I wonder what happens, but it was like, yes, mate, Caroline and Klaus, that is, mate, I'd love them two to be together. And then they went and done their own separate shows, and then we got Caroline and Stefan. It's like, oh, I get in there, mate. These two are sick as well. So it's like, I wouldn't want to break these two up to go back to that one, because he's not really in the shows anymore. Do you know what I mean? But I do like the chemistry that these have.
Because I'm gonna turn and tear your throat out. That way nobody will ever have to take a bullet for you again.
Enzo gave me something that disabled my magic.
Enzo opened it up with the palm of his hand. You gotta get him down here right now.
I would have made a better friend.
Ah, she actually done it. Fucking hell, mental.
I'm back on the road, and in a shocking turn of events, Damon needs my help.
What are you talking about? Worry about yourself. You need to go back.
Where are you?
Traveling east on 90. I'll call you later.
She don't mess about this Rayna. In the bayou. That's what it looks like. Check that. Klaus. His hair looks so good.
The right thing. Let's go.
There's no way in hell you're lasting 60 years without royally screwing up. There's always gonna be something else.
Looks like you could use a hand.
Honey, wait, don't. Tyler will kill you too.
I'm not gonna let you die in there.
Yeah, Bonner.
Get out of here, or I will kill you.
Bonnie's always getting smacked to head off stuff, isn't she?
Why aren't you healing? Bon!
This is interesting. Enzo's not got a hand. I'm not having it. Just not having it. I can't. How have we not noticed that in that scene in the future? He's got to have no hand now. It's been chopped off. I can't. Surely it doesn't regrow. Or does it? I don't know. It's mad. Anyway, imagine if it regrew. That's mad. It's locked in the same room that they just was fighting in. Oh, see his hand's back. It's mad. That's mental.
Found that laying around and thought you might need it.
And lies that have brought me nothing.
Your family is here, Lorenzo. Your father founded the Armory. What he left behind is your birthright. My name is Alexandria St. John.
What part of his family, though?
I mean, really, between scoring this house and actually having the babies, you've gone above and beyond.
I think I'll stay the night, just to make sure that the electrician doesn't burn down the house tomorrow morning.
I don't know, man. I know they're together, but it's just weird.
Once whatever crap Enzo gave you is out of your system and magic works on you again, I'm gonna give you my blood and heal you. You are a terrible friend. Not to mention the resentment I'd feel if I was forced to break in a new drinking buddy. Neither's my brother. But no matter what I say or how hard I try and drill it into your skulls, you're not gonna stop trying. Which is why I have to take myself out of the equation. You'll never have to worry about me again.
I'm really loving how they progressed so much, him and Bonnie, man. I know, like, we had it with the Kai season when he was locked in, obviously, the prison world, but it's just so good. He would have thought, man, from when he was first introduced to now, they're like the best team, couple, friends. I don't even know what you want to say, but they are. I'm all for it. I love it. And you know what? What I like about it is if she dies, Elena comes back alive, right? And that's not even in his fault. Do you know what I mean? He didn't say, oh, if you died, Elena would be back. He'd be like, if you died, I'd have to live with the guilt that you died trying to save me. Do you know what I mean? I love that. I actually love it. He wasn't even thinking of himself at all. And it sounds like the guy's going to possibly go after Rayna or something, sacrifice himself, or, you know, do one of them things where he's going to put his life in danger for everybody. It feels like, and it feels like he's putting everyone else's life at danger because they're all trying to protect him, which he might be, you know, you could see it that way. But it's interesting. I do like everyone's character progression. I think everyone's evolved loads, even Klaus.
Do you love her? Do you still have feelings for her? Caroline is the reason the tip of Rayna's blade ended up in your flesh, isn't she? Let her go. Or spend an eternity sacrificing everything good you have with her for your brother.
I have to get out of here.
We're going to see a witch. I may have something that can help you.
I wonder who he's going to see. You know what? I absolutely love seeing Klaus and Stefan together, man. You know, I really do love it. Back to when we first got Klaus, you know. Obviously, I do love the originals. I absolutely love it, mate. But also, I do love it when we get the vampire crossover. We call it a crossover now. Obviously, when he first was introduced, it was part of the normal show. It's now a little crossover. I love it. It's great. Okay, so that's going to wrap up today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Another interesting one. I do like how we went to see Klaus, and it was obviously, it looked like Caroline went to see him in the future, Stefan went to see him in the present, and obviously Caroline was told that he's not been here for 3 years. Interesting, because 3 years is the present, is it not? So in the present, when Stefan visits him, he's there, and then she goes in 3 years time. Is Klaus there? No, he's not been here for 3 years. I wonder if it's Rayna associated, you know. That's fascinating to me. I do like Klaus's hair, combed over, a bit longer than usual. It's good stuff. I love it. What is it? Stefan, obviously, he's fighting Rayna. Now, Rayna's pretty good. She's a good fighter, actually. I do enjoy her. She's a proper warrior. She takes no shit, doesn't she? She just comes everywhere, don't matter what location you are, come in, see you, taking you down, trying to. She's really good, but I don't know, again, man. I still feel like everybody could kill her. Like, she's dead. She got killed off Klaus then, right? Why could they not go over and rip her heart out? Like, do you know what I mean? I'm still thinking that. Just go over and kill her. And how's she so fast? This is what I want to know. How is she so fast? Like, how does she know where Stefan is? Is it because he's been marked that she's got an instant pulse? You know, it's pulsing to a location. She knows where it is. It's like a drawing call, you know? Everywhere he goes, it's like a sat-nav. She knows where he is, every move that he's gone. Just because he's been stabbed, it's this blade, it's a connection, she's pulled to it. Otherwise, it's baffling. But I'm going to say it's that anyway. Enzo, interesting. You know, he's working with this society. Is that what it's called? I forgot the name, the Sanctuary. I don't know. I've literally forgot that name. But he's working for them. The ones Matt handed over to him, but instead of killing him, they recruited him. And the woman at the end was saying, look, mate, this is your dad's place. He's the one that created this. And, you know, I am your family. Now, she didn't say which one it was. I'm assuming it may be his sister or something. I don't know. But that's interesting because, obviously, I said Enzo does everything in search to try and find who he is. And he tries to find a place where he feels like he is wanted. He even said to Bonnet, look, when I said Damon's in trouble, boom, you was up there. Didn't care what he'd done. Yeah, straight away. Instant trying to save him, protect him. I just want that for me, you know. I've not got any of that. That's because obviously he's never really had a family. He was saying, look, when he was a kid, bounced around all over. I grew up, he was pretty shitty. Went to 27, got killed. He's never really had a fulfilled life, no love, nothing. He's just trying to find it. I get that. I actually can tell that from Enzo's character. I could have told you that myself. The reason why he is what he is the guy's lost. He don't even know who he is. He's trying to find a place to fit in. Maybe it's here. I don't know. I do like the fact that Bonnie went and whipped his hand off, though. No hesitation to save Damon. Sorry, need your hand. Kaboom. Take it out. Let's go. Went downstairs, opened the door. You know, Tyler nearly took her out. Actually, he smacked her head against the wall. And Bonnie's been took out so many times. Honestly, it's really, like, it's mad. I've never seen somebody take vampire blood as many times as Bonnie. She sacrifices herself so many times. But again, I do like the conversation that Damon had with Bonnie when she was laid down in the hospital bed. How much growth that they've had together is fantastic. I love the scenes that they're together. Obviously, she was asleep, but Damon, the way he was talking, he was saying that he's going to do stuff. Sounds like he's going to try and go after Rayna, to be honest, in the next episode. And he feels like he's going to die. That's what he sounds like. Cause he's like, look, you and Stefan, you're never going to have this problem again. You're not going to have to deal with me after tomorrow, which is quite interesting. Obviously, I'm assuming then, I feel like he is going to go after her. And she's going to take him out, and that is how he gets inside that coffin, and that is how Stefan finds him in the start of the first episode, which triggers the, you know, obviously where we see them in the TV studio. I really feel like that TV studio thing where Damon's tied up and Stefan's outside, maybe that's how we're going to finish the season. We're going to get a build up all the way up until that point, because again, you know, when was that introduced with Caroline? Is it episode 3? You know, I've got a message for Stefan Salvatore. We're on episode 14. That's been like 11 episodes, and we haven't even seen anything play out within that scenario. So it is interesting. Thinking of it now, if we think logically, how the hell is Bonnie and Enzo together in the future. How did they get from this position where they are right now to being a couple later on? That is, I can't wait for that to literally play out. It's going to be so interesting, because he just took his hand off, innit? And obviously she's saying that, you know, you're always going against your friends, and this is why you don't really have many people that like you. It's really, really, really intriguing. Now, I do like how Valerie called Damon and said, look, mate, these have done this. Don't trust anything they say in that place, mate. They've done it with Beau before to try and get Julian there. They went in there, they attacked him, tied him up, whatever's. You know, I feel like that is... these people, I always feel like when they come in, they pretend they go, yeah. They've always got a secret, always got that hidden agenda, and they're always working to try and double-cross everybody. And you don't really know what the actual goals and intentions are, because I don't really know what the intentions are, do you? I mean, they said they want to tie up Rayna, but do they? Actually, did he though? So I can't wait. Klaus is here. He's helping Stefan. He's in the present. Then in the future, he's not around. He's not been there for he's not been seen for 3 years. I feel like it's got something to do with the Rayna situation. I'm excited. Can't wait for the next episode. If you guys like today's, please smash a like. Really helps out the channel. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.